Hi you guys, I'm back today with the continuation of a video that I started the other day, and this is going to be a three-part series essentially. I guess it's 4 parts since there's a first part and then there's one on each of these palettes. The palette that I'm talking about today is the Sydney Grace and Temptalia. This is the Quintessence palette. Now this is just the sheath. That's okay, what am I, a romance novel? That was really strange. But this is the actual like slip cover to the palette. Aha. And it is just beautiful. We've talked about the packaging if you have seen my first video. I'll try not to be on it too long, but I'm not over it. I just think it is stunning. They did such a really good job. I love it. I love the celestial feel to it. I like the fact that it has a constellation on the cover. And then the palette itself looks like this. It is $40, or you can get the whole collection for $100, and then you can still use coupon codes with it. So this is the inside, and I think it is so stunning. I am obsessed. Is this the one? No. Well, I like that one too. But this one right here, I'm obsessed with it. It reminds me of The Greatest Gift, which is also a single that's sold by Sydney Grace, but it's like slightly different, but in the best possible way. It is just so interesting. I used it with all the looks that I've done, and it's for a reason. It's because it plays nice with everything. I feel like it's got a little bit of tones to match with everything, actually, so I really like it. But this palette is very cool toned, and I like it, which is shocking because I'm not really a cool tone type of person. I'm actually not really a fan of blues. But I kind of went into that realm because that's where I'm rolling apparently. The other day, if you want to see a look that I did with this before, I used most of the bottom row here, and you can check that out. I'll link it down below along with my first impressions of all 3 of the palettes. Today I used some different shades, and then in this video you'll see a second look, so that makes 3 looks total that I've done with this palette. I've got to say already from the use that I've had, I love it. I think that the formulation is exactly what we've come to expect from Sydney Grace, or what I've come to expect from Sydney Grace, and that is top of the line. I know Temptalia really worked hard on making sure that the textures are right and the colors are right. Now, I actually said that I didn't think I knew who she was, but now I realize that I totally do. I don't know what's up with the finger pointing, but she always posts pictures of her dogs, and one of the dogs had passed away, which is like heartbreaking, and every time I saw it, I was just like totally in my feels. I was so sad for her, and that, I don't know why I didn't like put it together. I'm like that girl apparently, and I followed her for a really long time actually, so I'm now a little bit more excited about this collaboration now that I've piece the puzzles together. I definitely think that this palette is good quality. They did a great job, and I am super excited about it. If this color story really speaks to you, I definitely think you should pick it up. I do have the light version. There is a deep version. I still wanted the deep version. I know that it's only a few matte shades that make a difference, but hopefully eventually they'll offer the matte shades as singles, and maybe we can pick those up and just get a chance to try those out, because I did actually pick up the other shade that she did in collaboration with Sydney Grace, Dear Reader, because it's gorgeous. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you. I'm going to do some looks for you, and I'm going to come back at the very end with my final thoughts on this palette, though you probably know what it already is. Okay, the very first shade in the Quintessence palette is called Umbra. Sorry, the light might have fluctuated. My cat decided to walk on it. Wow. Whew. That is a very legitimate black. The next shade is called Orion Nebula. And that is a gorgeous kind of reddish, pinkish maroon with a little bit of purple shift to it. It is so nice. And even a small amount of orange as well, but it's very minimal. Also, if you hear like shifting around, it is my cat. She is just trashing some stuff right now. But I feel like that's kind of how pets are. They just have no respect for anything. Personal space, boundaries, you name it, they don't have respect for it. The next shade is called Aurora. So I'm going to tell you something interesting about this shade. It looks like a purple to blue and has a slight bit of green to it as well. I have seen this color in a lot of different brands. This has to be my favorite version of it that I've seen. And the texture of it reminds me identically of Pat McGrath's special shades that are in her palettes. So just so you guys have an idea, that is exactly what it's like. Called Borealis. And that was her jumping up on the counter. And that is like a green with gold kind of flipping reflect to it. It is so gorgeous. The next shade is Galactic Muse. Now this is kind of like an aqua. It does have a bit of blue to it and a little bit of silver to it as well, in my opinion. The shade is called Interstellar. So I know it's not super apparent, but I swear this is like a blue that has a hint of green and gray to it. It is really nice, and also that movie is dope. Shade is called Celestial Bloom. And that is a beautiful, I wonder, I can't see in the camera. It looks more blue in camera, but to me it looks more purple. And in fact, in the mirror, in front of the camera, it looks more purple. Called the Milky Way. And this might be the most beautiful shade ever, in my opinion. It's like a pink and green and slightly blue and just purple a little bit. It is stunning. Like, hey girl, how you doing? Next shade is called Reaching Zenith. Kind of like a wet concrete gray. It's called Parallax. And that's kind of a purple gray with a little bit of brown to it. It is gorgeous. Shade is Serious Starlight. And this is actually kind of champagne-y silver shade. It has a little bit of brown and gray to it, in my opinion. And maybe that's more apparent in person, but I swear, it's there. The last shade in this palette is called My Constellation. Very interesting shade. So it's kind of burgundy with brown and a little bit of bronze. It's in purple. It's really interesting. It's a very different and unique shade in my opinion. And this is the whole palette. And this is what it looks like in low light. Ooh, pretty. Hopefully you guys are really seeing those different shifts to these colors. They are very beautiful, pretty darn unique in some of them, and just stunning in all of them.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, so I'm back and I want to give you my final thoughts. You guys already know, I really like it. I've always loved Sydney Grace. I thought that they've done a top of the line job with their formulation and their shipping and their customer service, and just in general, they are like one of, if not my favorite brand, definitely in my top 5 of favorite brands of all time. I just love them. So as soon as I saw this collaboration, I knew I was going to pick it up just for their sake alone. Now that I know who they collaborated with, I'm extra glad I picked it up because I've been following her for a really long time. Love her dog pictures. Like her other content as well. I just didn't realize it was the same person. I don't know why that wasn't a thing that occurred to me, but how you doing? That's just kind of how I roll. So as far as packaging goes, I definitely think this is just stunning. The outer packaging looks just like this. This is totally my aesthetic, and it's funny because I totally match this right now, which I'm feeling. This palette is only $40. You can get the set of all 3 of them for $100, and you can use a coupon code with it, which is crazy good. I'm just astounded by that. This is the shades in this palette. This is definitely more cool toned, I think, maybe than even all the other palettes. But I'm not hating on it because I kind of really love it. I think they did a really good job with the shades that are in here. They play really well together. I am super impressed with it. I kind of went a little ham today when I did this look, and that's apparently the theme of, when I see jewel tone shades, I just go a little bit ham. Neutral looks, I go neutral. There is no happy medium for me. It's either full blown or soft and subtle. I don't know what the deal is. But overall, I think that if this color story speaks to you, this is a fantastic purchase. The quality is good. The mattes are good. The metallics are fantastic. There's a lot of shiftiness to these shades. It's funny that I don't think they actually classified these as duochromes, but there are so many duochromes in this. It's and I cannot wait to try the other 2 palettes that are in this collaboration. So anyway, if this video was helpful to you guys, maybe let me know, like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell for future updates. Don't forget, if I get to 2,000 subscribers on here and my Instagram, I will be doing a giveaway. It will be for the Club Nebula palette and maybe some other little extra goodies. So I hope you stick around for that. And I hope everybody's having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.